Dude, so I didn't even know I was getting a sword. They were like, "It's time to cut the cake," and they brought out the cake. I was like, "Where's the knife?" And then like Rochelle, our wedding planner, she's like, "Oh, 1 second, I'm gonna go get the sword." I was like, "Wait, what?"
Sorry, excuse me.
I'm like, and they
Sorry,
just
what?
brought out this sword. What's up, and welcome to the Los Wise Guys podcast. I'm your host, Eslam, aka Rock God of the Sun, accompanied by Dan Papa Sun Killer and Dan Emperor Disco with special guest David. How's it going, fellas?
It's going pretty good, pretty good. Can't
Very
complain.
good.
I ain't gonna
Yes.
talk. I'm not gonna say no.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. We'll get our chance. But welcome to the Los Wise Guys podcast. Today we are going to be talking about my wedding. Um, so I got married. That's why I wasn't on the last three episodes. Uh, got married, came back, had like no internet while I was moving and stuff. So now I'm back, um, and ready to talk about this 4 day wedding in Dubai. That's wild. I never thought I would ever say that in my life, but God,
When we were
God
in
has
high
different
school, man,
plans.
when we
Like
were
I
in high
was,
school, I would have never have thought that we would have
Yeah.
been in Dubai, just and you getting married and all that craziness. Yeah, I would never have thought that I would have never even thought that we made it this far. I don't know. I'm surprised that we're
We
still
all would have
going
just
strong.
died, according to Disco.
yes,
Internet,
We all would have just
apparently.
died by this point.
I
one of
mean,
us,
with the shit that we used to do back in the day, I'm surprised we're all still here,
Oh
honestly.
yeah.
But thank God
Oh
for
yeah.
that.
gallivanting through Elizabeth and all
Just
that craziness,
just carrying a mattress, just
Yeah,
taking a mattress through the streets of Elizabeth.
fucking
That's
wrestling on it,
wrestling on it,
breaking
like just
backs,
not at all ready. Just jumping off of things, putting people through things,
trying to
bleeding.
Backyard
drift.
wrestling. Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Those were the good old days.
good
good old
shit.
Simpler
days.
times.
Yeah.
Simpler times.
Quick congratulations! This is the first time I'm seeing you on the podcast,
Oh,
Islam.
that's
So
right. Yes, yes.
congratulations
Thank you,
to
sir.
you and your marriage.
Thank you.
That came out really aggressive. I didn't mean for it to, but
Did it?
I felt like it did. The way I said it, like as I was
I don't,
saying it, it felt aggressive.
I don't know. It just
It felt
sounded.
like he
It's.
threw it at you. He congratulations. He just chucked it at you. It's like,
I mean,
oh, okay.
Honestly, it sounded
uh,
normal coming from you, so I
I
didn't.
Okay,
mean,
all
you
Yeah,
right.
could
it's
do it
just it
again if you'd
was
like.
Yeah. You're right. I could do it again. You're married. Congrats.
you son of a bitch. Like, but yes, I'm married. It's weird saying that. I don't
How
think
does it
it's.
feel? Does it feel
Is it
different?
hard to is it hard to
It
process?
definitely is different because for myself and my girl, like we weren't living together the past 4 years we've been together. So now we're like living together. We see each other all the time, and it is different. So, but a good different.
Mhm.
Um, it's nice. So, um,
You get to deepen those bonds. You get to see her at the crazy hours of the day, or
yeah,
the good and the bad, the ugly and the beautiful.
yeah. It's definitely nice. Um, and we're setting up our place. We're almost done with that. So thank God, and we should be. Hopefully, this weekend we'll be there. My internet is set up, which was the most important thing. So I think next time you guys will see me in a different setting.
Mhm.
But the wedding. Um, yeah, so like I was saying before, I never would have thought I was gonna say I'm gonna have a 4 day wedding in another country. Um, so it was just ridiculous. So the reason why it was 4 days is because my wife is Indian, um, and in their culture they do multiple day weddings. Um, in the Egyptian culture, we kind of do something similar, but not to the full, um, like, how do I say that?
Full
Like I
extent.
no, like they go all out on each
Mhm.
day, where we just go all out on the reception day, and then the other days are we're just way smaller.
Yeah.
Um, but like for them, it's like like the days are, they party, they party hard. My God, I was
I
fucking
love
exhausting.
it.
Yeah.
Yo,
I
my
was
Fat
feet
fuck.
exhausting.
were my feet were finito after that first day.
Your feet,
And I
son,
wasn't even there the first day actually. I came the second day,
Oh
so
yeah.
Damn.
son. Well,
This man got
well
tired the first day. What's it there?
no, well, the first day you were there was when the real partying happened, right? The first day was that welcome dinner, and it was just a chill, and there was no dancing or anything. But that second day, the Mindy, aka the henna night, was my God. And you didn't even dance that much, like you got on a dance floor, you did what you did, but God, I had to be there all night.
you,
And dude,
you
at one point, I literally just couldn't feel my legs. Not even my feet, like my legs, I couldn't feel them. Like they were just done.
That's what me and my girl were saying when we were there. We're like, this is absolutely beautiful. It's amazing. You had like the belly dancer too was
Yeah.
insane. You had the other people, but like we were saying how like you two had to be there the whole time though, like
Yeah.
just dancing and always moving, always there. It's like that's gotta be exhausting. And like I give it to y'all, and then I'm happy y'all made it through it.
So,
'Cause,
you know what's funny? Like a couple of weeks before traveling, I had issues with my ankle. Like I
Of
don't know if
course
you
you did.
guys, yeah, I don't know if you guys remember. Like this was like 2 months ago, maybe like around November or something. I told you guys like my ankle just got swollen, and
Hmm.
like I pulled a muscle, my ankle just
Yeah.
randomly got swollen.
You
So I
thought too
kept,
hard. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I was thinking too hard in my sleep.
Mm.
Um, like it kept that issue kept happening. I found out what happened. It's just like my like my leg muscles were all tight, like my hamstring, quad, and calves were all tight, and that all put stress on like my ankle, and it gave me like tendonitis.
Mm.
So I spent like a couple of weeks stretching each one of
Oh,
those muscles, and all that relieved that pressure on my ankle, and now it's fine. But like the reason I say is because like going to Dubai then and doing all that dancing and being on my feet for so long, and I haven't done that in so long. That's why my muscles like atrophied, because I used to do like the security. I used to
Yeah.
walk in the city all the time prior to COVID, and then 2 years sitting down like kind of just destroyed all my muscular whatever I had, which was not a lot. So all that kind of like helped rebuild that. So, but my God, dude, that first night, it was aching so much. Like I had to like stretch at night. I had to stretch the next day to make sure my ankle didn't swell up. Like it was wild.
how was
Um,
your gout?
oh,
Did your gout like go
no,
crazy at
because
all?
I
I
was
was
very well. First of all, I didn't really eat those 4 days. I barely ate anything.
Jeez.
Um,
how's that
and
possible?
well,
Just
you don't.
busy, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Complimentary breakfast, babe.
I didn't eat breakfast once.
Oof.
While I
oh
was
you're
there.
wild there. You're crazy.
I ate breakfast when during like that week honeymoon when we were at the resort. But like
Yeah.
I was just like by the time I went to sleep the other 4 days for the wedding, it was like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't waking up at like 10 a.m. to have breakfast. I was like, let me sleep.
I
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna
I
sleep the
loved
extra hour or
breakfast.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I loved breakfast because I feel like for me, I felt like during the day everybody would disperse and
yeah,
like do their own like sightseeing, and then we would come and have the event, and
yeah,
then at night we would do our little like, extracurricular activities, go to the bar or whatever. But like in the morning it was nice because like we would all get together. We'd see Anna,
yeah,
Giannis and David and Joe, and everybody would come. Layla, and like we would all come and just like talk about like the sightseeings we did and just
yeah.
like recap all the day. And it was actually really really fun. And we made our own little crew out there, like wedding gang. And
Oh yeah.
that morning breakfast was just like that nice way to start the day. They had the coffee
Well,
and
you
the
guys had your
huge
days, so you
yeah.
can have the breakfast, do stuff. Like Nadia and I were like woke up at like 10, 11, and then we had to start getting ready so we can go take photos
God,
prior to the event.
Jesus.
And
sounds
then
horrible.
and then we would like chill for a little bit. They would bring us food. We would kind of like just take a couple of bites, but we're just so like all the adrenaline and all of this stuff, like we couldn't really eat much. And then by the time we were really finished, especially with her getting ready, took a couple hours. Like she's doing her makeup, her hair, like her dresses were all fucking, you know, needed
Her
like people to
henna, her henna
look.
was wild too. It, like went all the way up her arm, and it was like very
Yeah.
detailed out.
Well,
It was so
her
good.
henna took 4 hours to do.
Wow,
Yeah, because it was
that's
on her
crazy.
both her hands up to her elbows and then on her feet too. So
Oh wow,
it was
yeah,
wild.
Now,
But yeah, man, like we were just we were so busy, like we didn't really relax until like that week after, like in the middle of the week after. Like we got to relax for like 2 or 3 days at most during that whole 2 week trip. It was crazy.
it's good. It's good that you guys had like the all those photographers and stuff, because like by the time you look back, you're like you're so stressed and high,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
what
you
the fuck
said, like
happened?
high energy the whole
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
trying to keep everything in order and check, and the way it's supposed to be. Like by the time it's over, it's probably like just thank God it's over, and then you get to look back at the videos and the footage and all that greatness that happened.
Yeah, but shout out to the photographers, Melrish, that's the company's name. They were Filipino, and they were literally the nicest and most professional and greatest photographers we've ever worked with. They were so cool. They were chill. They were just like, oh, they were amazing. And I'm gonna show you guys some of their work.
Yeah.
We have a video that they compiled together of like the 4 days of events, and
Nice.
there's some funny bits in there, which is just you guys will see. But let's just jump into that, and then we can kind of talk a little more about talk a little bit more about the wedding. All right, you guys ready?
Oh, let's do it.
oh
Let's
yeah.
jump into this.
Among the signs of Allah is that He has created us in pairs, male and female, for us to attain peace and tranquility and love.
So we met at a ramen place.
And then we went to a chocolate bar after that, which was the most amazing chocolate bar I've ever been to. But aside from those, our date was probably 5-6 hours and we didn't even realize it.
I think I was like, this might be her. It was easy to talk to her, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And that's when I really knew that there was something special because we just didn't know where the time was going by.
See how crazy her dress is?
Yeah.
Like it was wild.
Looks great though.
Yeah,
Both
no,
you guys
she
look
was
amazing.
Yeah, no, she
I
looked fantastic.
That red
Hey, look,
dress
there's
was
me.
fire, man. It was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
I didn't know if we were gonna talk over the video, but
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know if that was
it's
by the way, I love the way your dad dances. I think
Yo.
it's
Your
great.
dad was like the best
Yeah.
part of the
yeah.
I forgot what it's called. The thing I went to.
The
part.
engagement, yeah.
Like
He's
just
so
I
charismatic on the dance
yes.
floor, man. He just moves. Such a big guy gets down low too.
Oh, you saw disco? Wait, I'm sorry. He had the crazy dance moves. Sorry, we got to go back and watch that.
You can see my cousin too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see him getting down,
he's coming up right now.
like right in the white, right
You see
there.
disco? You saw him? You saw those elbows moving?
Oh, the elbow.
Elbowing people, love it.
I'm in the pit.
Yeah, so
Yo, that belly dancer killed it.
Oh,
man. He
and
was-
Joe was killing it with the
Yeah.
belly dancer too,
Yeah.
man. He was
Oh,
shaking
yeah.
those hips. I
really
mean, they
like
were
his
shaking
Oh,
in
videos
man.
90
when I
degree
first saw
angles,
him.
but he was shaking
I
them.
love his
He was
You know,
definitely
it's
doing
funny.
something there.
He always thinks like he
love
doesn't
how
dance well,
smart
but
he
he's
is
got
and
something, you know.
analytical he is,
No,
and
he
I
was
think we
great,
have a
man.
great
I love
balance
seeing
and
him on the dance floor.
compatibility between the two
Nice.
of us.
Yeah. I love how she like pulled out a lot of people and just like got engagement and
Yeah.
I was
I
actually got like a side view of her belly and it was actually dancing to the beat. I was like, this
Yeah,
is crazy.
she was good.
I never saw that. Yeah.
Is that your sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was at the religious ceremony.
which was beautiful, by the way, at the Palm.
Thank you.
Yeah. All the venues were really nice.
Everything,
Man. Really
everything.
Looks
great
incredible.
choice.
Oh yeah, so
And that sword.
You got to take with a sword.
yes, I didn't.
God, that's incredible.
We'll talk about that.
Or 40, 60, and you guys will
Hey, look
come
at
to each other
Sasha.
when you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Future Museum.
I hope everything is secure, your wife, and your wife is secure Islam, and you be nice together, and you have good life together.
Damn.
see
The boy
kids.
got that Riz.
I like your
Dude,
kids.
he had the
I
museum
wanna
behind
see
him.
You're out here using
I
the
hope,
word Riz. I
God
love
bless
it.
him.
Don't forget, I introduced that to the podcast.
I love you very much. I'm super excited to marry you and spend the rest of my life with you. I can't wait.
I want to say that I love you very much.
Oh,
I'm
that
very
Vogue thing was
excited to
really
start the
dope
rest
too.
of our
Yeah,
Did
lives.
you
it
guys
was.
bring that or was that like
That
already
was
there?
no, that was Nadia's idea.
Oh, that was so sick. That's
That
a great
was
idea. Everybody had fun with it.
Yeah. I saw some pictures of my niece photobombed so many people.
She did. We
Shit
were
was
taking
so
pictures.
fun.
She was just running like.
Yeah.
"Ah."
I love that.
I just thought it was cool because it was something to do during the cocktail hour. I never saw anything like that, you know.
Shout out to
Oh,
Melrose
man.
Studio, man.
That sax player too killed it.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
Yes, that was
No,
awesome.
the way he came down though was like epic. He got big stairwell. He just came in like, and the cameras were all up, zooming on him and stuff. It was so beautiful.
Dude, that was a great video. Like that
Yeah,
was
so this
really
is just
well
a
done.
quick highlight reel that they did. This is
There's-
something similar to the one they did in the at the wedding. So these guys were so good. They literally made a highlight reel
Yes.
on the last day when we
Yep.
were doing the reception.
Yeah.
Like so we had this like big entrance and they filmed that, right? And they filmed other stuff. And then towards the end of the night, they showed this highlight reel that they made that while we were filming, there was someone
Within-
in the back sitting just getting footage and just editing it in. And then it was like this was like their surprise to us. They were like, this is like our gift to you. And they did like this quick highlight reel and it was phenomenal. You know what I mean? And it had like footage of stuff we just did like 2 hours ago, and I'm like, that's wild. Like I've never,
I,
I've
I
never
came,
seen
yeah,
that.
I came back in and I just saw like some of the interviews. I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on here? Like
Yeah.
this just happened right now.
That's incredible.
You know?
I mean, you see that with like high quality. Like I'm used to seeing that with like if you're watching a wrestling pay per view, like WWE,
Yeah.
like they'll after the main event ends, they'll show a recap of everything you just saw on the pay per view. But like that's WWE. Like this is like not WWE, but that's incredible.
No,
Like
no, they did amazing, man.
Yeah.
They were so good. Shout out to Melrose Studios. If you're in Dubai, doing a wedding, go check them out. They're the best.
Can I just ask them?
They
to,
were
like, take
amazing. They were
pictures
like
for me?
What's that?
Can I just use them like if I'm there next time? Not for a wedding, just to, like,
You can always reach out and ask them. I don't know. It depends on their availability, right? Because they mostly do weddings, I think.
oh, okay.
But
are they exclusive in Dubai or they fly out to
I
like
think they just work in Dubai.
oh, okay.
But again, I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure. I
Because
didn't
that one photographer, I thought he was funny.
uh,
He was always smiling.
yeah, that's one of the owners. It's a
He like-
husband and wife team,
Mm.
and I think his name is Arish.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He reminded me of the dude from Tokyo Drift. he was mad, like
Hans.
smooth looking and just
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, actually, I
But
saw.
yeah, that whole team was great. They were like little like like ninjas. Like not to sound
Yeah.
racist because they're Asian, but just like the way they were moving was just like,
Dude, they
I was
took
like, whoa.
they took so many candid photos that came out so nice and beautiful, like you wouldn't even um so here, let me stop sharing this
Well, quick
and
question:
then
that video that
How
you
about
just pulled
that
up, is that
sword?
something that somebody could just find online, or is that like your
it
own?
is on the
It's on
Melrish
YouTube.
Studios YouTube, yeah.
Yeah,
I
So
yeah.
saw
that's
it.
what
So
I'm
it's
sharing.
on their public like YouTube. It's not
It
like
had
a
Yeah.
private
a
thing.
couple hundred views.
Nice.
You know.
I know
Yeah,
my
let me
mom's gonna want to see that. That's why I'm asking.
oh, I can just send you the link.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, same
Um
here. Send that to me too then. So
Do you want to
my
put it in
mom's
the
been asking.
chat, or is that too much? Like not in the chat, in the description.
um I'll think about it,
Yeah, it's up to you.
but we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't see these photos.
So these are some of the photos from the first night, that welcome dinner. Um
Can I just say something about that welcome dinner?
yeah, what's
Because
up?
let me tell you that day, because it was that day I was at the Burj Khalifa in the morning
Mhm.
in the tower, and then
Yeah.
at night I didn't think we were going to be in that area again. And next thing you know, I'm back at the Khalifa, but behind it, and it
Yeah.
was this incredible like shop. It looked like this big outdoor shopping mall.
No, it is. It's the Mall
It's
of Dubai.
right, but I didn't realize that it extended to the outside like that with the
Hmm.
fountain.
Yeah, so that's where they do the fountain show every like 15, 20 minutes with this
Yeah.
song, and then
Yep.
like water is shooting out of the little pond they have there. Um,
I just
so
want to
again,
see.
these are just this is not all the photos, but these are just some of the photos um, from
So
that day. So what happened was is actually the welcome dinner was supposed to be on a boat,
yeah, I
but it
remember.
was
Yeah.
raining in Dubai for the first 2 days we were there, and
Oh my god,
so
it
we
was
couldn't.
pouring.
Yeah,
I
which
was so annoyed, but
um, which is well, for the people who live in a desert, that rain like that is a blessing.
true.
So it hadn't rained in a while, and it was pouring for 2 days. So good for them. Um, but yeah, it was pouring, so we didn't want like people cooped up on like this one level of the boat and it being too tight. So we changed it. Our wedding planner, who was fantastic, was able to get us this space. We had to share it because it was last minute. It wasn't like 100% private, but it still worked out great. People got to see the water shows from in front of Burj Khalifa, and it was great. It ended up being a great night. Um,
Before you go on, I have a
Had to
quick
call an
question.
audible, and you
yeah.
came out. You came out
Quick,
with a win too. That's
quick
awesome.
question. Quick question.
What's up?
Are we? Is this some like? Are you sharing these photos for everyone else, or how does that work?
What do you mean? If you
Right
see
Like,
it
now,
on the
everything that
screen,
we see is on YouTube.
yes.
So if
no,
you're
I mean
listening to
like,
the audio version of this, check
yeah.
out our YouTube
So
channel.
if you're in the wedding group chat, we've
Yeah.
already sent these links in there.
Did you? Oh, I might
Yeah.
have missed it. I gotta go
I
back and
mean,
look.
well, yeah, don't do that right now.
Well,
But
yeah, obviously.
yeah, but yeah. So if all right, let's get back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the second day, the Mindy, which is most of what the video was based on. This is the henna night. This is where we had ladies at this venue, which was the venue was more aesthetically old looking. It was the architecture was more in the style of like the old school Arab buildings, like kind of like mud bricks and like plaster and stuff like that. And as you can see, like she had this beautiful backdrop made. It was very nice. And the
I
picture came out great. This is where all the dancing was happening. Uh, you know what I mean? And then you got these guys. These were the dole players. So they're like these Indian style drums, and these made noises when they hit them together. And then they were dancing and stuff too. So this
They
was,
were dancing with such vigor all night. Yo,
yeah,
those guys were crazy.
yeah, they were awesome, man. What were you
that
gonna ask,
that
David?
I got a lot to say, but I
Go
don't
for
know.
it. Say, yeah.
Well, do you want me to start with the henna? Oh, look, there I am. Well, the henna night I thought was incredible. All the dancing, the way we made our entrances.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting like that first dance was at least 45 minutes. That opening, like
Yeah.
we kind of just kept going and going, and my
So the reason for that was only supposed to be 10 minutes,
oh my gosh.
but the reason for that was it was raining,
Mm.
and for Nadia to move from where we were to come into the way I entered, right? So we were in the back on the other side.
Mhm.
So there was a staircase on the back where you go down that staircase, kind of go around and go up the staircase we came up from. But to do that, it wasn't covered. Like you would have to step
There
outside,
was
and
like
it
a
was
yeah,
pouring
yeah.
rain. So they were trying to wait out the rain a little bit, and it didn't work. So like that's why we were dancing for so. At one point, I went to the DJ. I was like, "Yo, you're
I want
killing
to
me."
stop.
And she was like, she's like, I'm trying to stall because they're waiting for the rain. I'm like, just tell her to just go. Like I can't like anyway, like we're exhausted already, and it's
It's
like the
just,
first 10 minutes.
it's like a torture almost. Just like you have to act like you're having fun, but it's like, yo, my feet are about to fall off.
I mean, I enjoyed
Oh man.
getting in that. We first formed a circle. I thought that was funny,
Yeah.
and that was so cool, so different. Um, and it's funny you mentioned that because I think later in the night I did have to use the restroom, and I was like, "Oh, it's raining," so I had to like dash across to get, I believe, to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because I'm thinking I'm indoors, and I'm like, why am I outside? I didn't know what was happening, and
Well,
and then of course, so I get to
so
the
because this
you know,
place is built in an old style, it's not fully covered because again, this is the desert.
right,
You have to have it open air, so like especially at night, it could be cooler.
fair enough.
Um,
And also, on a
but
quick side note, of course, when I got to the bathroom, this was a recurring problem in Dubai. I could not tell which one was male and female. It was very difficult at times. They're like the
That's
way, like,
there
the
were
is it
female
signs.
just
had
is
like
it,
a weird,
is it just
like the
me?
skirt was like a little higher, so like it
Yes.
kind of threw me off a little at first, but
So
like
Oh, right,
once,
because the dudes wear those long gowns
yeah,
too.
so I sometimes would wait for someone to come out, and I'd be like, okay, so that's,
You
and I'm
could
like,
have
all
just
right.
knocked.
Well, I wasn't sure also if it was like a multi, it
Yeah.
happened at the Palm too. At the Palm, it was worse. I couldn't even find the bathroom, but that's a whole
Oh,
other story.
you could have just asked somebody.
I,
There were,
I,
you could have asked
yeah.
the.
they pointed me in the direction. Next thing you know, I went and I ended up in this other room, and there was a guy cleaning. And I said, "Sir,
I was like, sir, I have to pee. I
I'm
don't know
like,
where to
where's the
go.
bathroom?" He was like, and he thought I was asking something else. Like he just kind of like,
A lot of the workforce there doesn't really speak English that well. They're
gotcha.
pretty much foreign.
Yeah, I think he
yeah.
thought I was asking something else, and then he ended up just pointing me in this other direction. And then, thank God, the bathroom was there.
Yo,
Nice.
But
the Dubai Mall though had the best bathroom I've ever seen. Like, there's
the
literally a
Dubai,
dude there whose job was to just like when you're
yeah,
done, they'll come in and just clean everything, wipe everything, and make it like brand new for the next person. And
Oh,
it
that's
was like the
incredible.
most satisfying experience. Is like just to see that happen before me. Just like I know this shit's clean. Now some like
Well,
Yeah, they
because
have like
because when
bathroom
I was in
attendants.
France, it was terrible. There was like shit all over the toilets. I was like, France, man, you
oh,
got to step your game up.
How? They
It
have
was
bidets.
yeah, man.
They invented the bidet.
Hey, I'm just saying, when
I
you
oh,
have a
that's
royale
another
with
thing.
cheese, you never know.
That's
oh
another
my
thing.
God.
I had I used the bidet for the first time too, and it was something. It was an enlightening experience. It
Well,
was
since
expanding my horizons, and I gotta say I thought it was kind of interesting. I liked it, but I I feel like I'm still gonna use toilet paper. I'll just top off with
Well,
like
no,
a
I
nice little
use
bidet
toilet
wash.
paper
You
to
you do
dry
both
off,
though.
and
Yeah, you
yeah.
do both. The amount of
Oh,
times
so
we've
you
talked
do
about
use
bidets
both?
on this
Yeah,
podcast is
yeah.
insane.
I
We've been
know.
talking about bidets
We've
on this
explained
podcast
it
for
like multiple
years.
times.
Well,
Years.
really,
Danny, tell him how
I
it's
thought
done.
I thought
Tell
you
him how
just
it's done one more
wash
time.
like with the spray.
No. So
No.
the spray gets in there, it cleans it up, and then you go with the toilet paper to dry off, essentially.
Yeah, and then if there's anything left over to clean that up.
Yeah, exactly. Then you do that. So it's a lot more clean. It's not you don't have to do one or the other. It all works together in a cohesive,
Yeah.
just cleanliness.
so I will say, since we're on the topic of bathrooms, I did want to mention before I forget, when we were at JBR Beach, I was with Danny, Vanessa, and my cousin. I said, "Listen, I got to use the bathroom
Where's this?
at JBR."
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
It's just the
the
beach
beach.
there. It's the
It's the one with
JBR. I
the
don't know.
one where like the giant Ferris wheel's at.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I go into the public bathroom that's right by the beach, I'm used to seeing dirty ones like here and down the Jersey Shore. I walked in there was two guys cleaning nonstop. Bidets in every stall, every toilet was clean. The water on the floor was just maybe from the bidet, but they were cleaning. I had never seen anything like it. I thought it was wonderful.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I could go for number 2 in here if I wanted to.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not big on it in public.
No, I agree with you.
You feel
I'm just
safe.
saying
You feel safe.
I
Like,
felt
it's
safe.
not.
That's hilarious. You just sit there. It's like, you know what? I could take a shit.
I could.
I have a quick question for you guys. Now I know we were gonna get back to the wedding specific, but real quick, temperature wise, this is a desert. What was that like?
So honestly, the weather wasn't bad. So when we that time of year there is like winter, so it's a lot cooler. It was like 65 maybe most of the time, right? It wasn't super
Yeah.
hot and it wasn't like super
It's
cool.
solid. 65 is nice.
Coming from my Cali like temperature, it wasn't too bad. It was some times where I was like, damn, it's kind of brisky, kind of windy. But then
Yeah,
when the sun was out, it was actually very comfortable, very
yeah.
comfortable.
See, because I hate the heat. I can't stand the heat. So the colder, the better.
Well,
for
we
me.
picked that time specifically because once March hits, it's like it's hard.
Yeah.
Like it starts getting hot quick, and like once the summer months comes, forget about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a lot cooler at that time. Like Dubai's like Dubai's like visiting season is like December to like February. Like that's when.
Yeah. But they plus like the first day when it was raining, it was like 68 degrees, cloudy. So I was at the top of the Burj Khalifa, so I brought my little windbreaker just to be on the safe side, and I think it was helpful.
Yeah,
But then
that's
on
good.
Saturday when it was like 73, when I went to the beach club, I got a sunburn from tanning. But I burn easy. That's a whole other
Yeah.
thing. But like
Did you put
72.
some suntan lotion on? Or,
I neglected to do so, and then I ended up burning. And
no SPF.
Yeah.
Damn, David.
when I got back here when I got right back to class the first day, that Thursday, yeah, my skin was peeling. It was bad.
Dude,
Man, amateur hour over here.
I know.
you know what's crazy? The resort we went to for that week, we stayed there extra. They're like they have like access to a beach. So when we went to the beach, I like to like study things while I'm there. Like I look to see how things are, how people are, especially the workers are moving and what they're doing. And they had like SPF lotion on tap.
Oh wow.
Like there were certain places where it had like SPF 30, SPF 50, and like you can just go start pumping, putting it on, and you're good to go. Like you didn't have to bring
awesome.
your own.
Like hand sanitizers, just
Yeah.
like you got your SPF, just
I've
like
never.
But
Wow.
they know like tourists are coming, so it's just like one thing you don't have to think about that they already
That's
thought
awesome.
of it for you. Like it's there. Like so I was like watching how like these resorts or like you guys were like these bathrooms are super clean. Like I was watching things like that. I just wanted to see how things are because it makes sense because this is a tourist country.
Yeah.
So they want people to have the nicest experience possible so they can come back.
Yep.
And the crazy thing, we went on the desert safari, and like once we did the ATVs, then we went like on like the camel ride, and then we went to like a dinner in the desert. Like they had this camp, and like there was bathrooms there. I was like, okay, so I'm going to this bathroom. It's gonna be like full of sand, and dude, spotless. Not a single grain of sand in this fucking bathroom. There was someone in there. They were cleaning. Again, super duper clean. Like it's wild how they do it, and like they have the money to pay for these people to just sit there and clean bathrooms all day. But it's nice. You don't have to worry about like where am I gonna go to the bathroom. Like any bathroom you go to is gonna be super clean, and that's like you can't say that for like every country, even in America. Like you
Go to a bathroom in Warren Echo Park. See if
Oh,
you get out there
Lord.
without an infection.
Dude, go to a bathroom in one of the
go
train
in Grand
stations.
Central Station.
My God.
I remember in New York Penn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I walk
dude.
into the bathroom and I just see a guy washing himself by the sink. I'm like, what is going on here?
Oh, that's not even that bad.
No, yeah.
I know, but it's just like, wow.
Oh yeah. Remember the video of that guy who was trying to mop and some homeless dude started shitting in his buckets. And the guy's like,
Yeah, I
"What?"
remember that.
What?
He's like, it's honestly better than shitting on the floor.
I was like,
Oh.
"Yeah, man, this
Actually, I
man was just
remember
mobbing."
I witnessed shit on the step walking to the platform.
Oh
Like
yeah,
walk.
that I've
I was
seen
Yeah,
that
just
all the
like,
time.
oh,
It
I
happens.
haven't even been there that often, and I've witnessed that.
Yeah.
Also, I worked in a hospital.
Oh well, yeah. There's that too.
Yeah, so it's one of those things.
now hold on, really before did you that was did, I saw you were by the Burj Al Arab. Did you stay
Burj Al
there?
Arab. No, no,
Sorry.
no, no,
Okay,
not
but
there.
did you have dinner there or something?
Yeah, we went to a
Okay,
restaurant there. There was
because
like a fancy
that's
restaurant
like a
there.
fancy place, and that looks
Yeah,
nice.
that
You
we
know.
went to this seafood restaurant. There was a giant aquarium inside. Um,
Wow.
it was nice. The food was fantastic.
Did you stay
Super expensive,
at the
but
beach?
fantastic.
I mean, I won't ask for details, but did you did you stay at like did you go outside on the beach or something at that place or just inside?
Yeah, so they had like a pool, they had a beach,
Yeah, like a little beach
they
club
had like a
area.
beachfront, yeah. Yeah, so and then they had like this man-made river inside the resort where you can ride on those like gondolas.
Oh, so that's inside the okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we took a tour of the resort on a gondola and then like yeah, it was
But
nice.
can you just go in there and you have to make a reservation for like if I just want a dinner or something
At
at
that
that
resort,
yeah. Or do you have
I have no idea.
oh okay.
Yeah, I think you can pay for like a gondola ride or you can pay to go into the beach or something if you're not staying there.
Yeah, like can you just go into the beach club portion
Yeah,
and
probably. I
mm,
wouldn't be surprised because it's like again, to them it's like okay, if you're not staying here, then we can just charge you to come in, so
mhm.
you can see what it's like, so you can maybe want to stay next time. Like their whole thing is like their service is very well. Like it's like some of the best service I've ever
Yes.
had in my life.
Yes.
Anywhere we went, so
Everywhere.
yeah,
Everywhere.
it was great.
Can yeah. If I,
So
go on.
no,
Or if I can backtrack really quick. I just want to
yeah,
say
so I just wanted to ask you guys about your experience there and like
yes.
was
Oh,
it
incredible! It was a
like
wonderful time.
um you were
I
missed,
I was
Dan.
I was
You were definitely
actually
Oh no, I wish
missed.
I
you
was
you
there.
were
Yeah,
missed for
I
I
sure.
wish
was
I was
like,
there. Yeah.
man, I wish Dan was here, John, you know.
Yeah, Jonathan also couldn't make it,
Oh, he didn't go.
unfortunately. No, no, he was booked to go and stuff, but I won't put his business out
Yeah,
on
that's
air,
okay.
but he just couldn't make it last minute, so he unfortunately he couldn't come.
Mhm.
But yeah, I wanted to because this wedding was like a big ask of everybody, right? Like just flight tickets, hotel stays, and all this stuff. So I kind of want to hear your experience and like if you guys like had a good time and was it like worth it? Uh,
All right. You want me to go first, Dan?
yeah, go for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll backtrack a bit. Let me tell you, like how Danny said earlier, was not expecting a wedding in Dubai. Never thought twice to ever go there.
Yeah.
But as I started looking, researching it, and looking into, it, I'm like, wow, this is actually there's something here. You know,
Hmm.
there's potential here. And then being there, I was blown away by everything, even from you know the journey's long, of course. The
Yeah.
plane ride was killing me. The second one, especially, but
Yeah, that
um,
one's 2 hours longer. Yeah.
yeah, the and plus I had no, I didn't sleep on the
Mm.
first flight, so I was exhausted.
Oh yeah,
Went
well
into
you also went to like Zurich afterwards because you're a madman, but
yeah. Oh no,
yeah.
well no, well for both times I didn't sleep. So on the way
Yeah.
there I didn't get to sleep. So I didn't sleep until I got to the hotel that night.
Hmm.
But it was like just the getting into leaving the airport,
Hmm.
the Uber driver coming up to you, shaking my hand, taking my luggage, feeling like it just the service felt different, refreshing.
Yeah.
Getting to the hotel, I'm laughing because you're there. Think at that moment, which was
Oh
crazy.
right, right, right.
I
Yeah.
thought it was hilarious.
I
I'm
had
like,
just like dropped off my mom and sister. Yeah.
yep, checked in, service like this great, and then went to sleep, and then the next day was like Burj Khalifa, and I recommend to me, I'm scared of heights,
Hmm.
and I don't know what got into me. I figured if I'm going to this country, I got to do something.
Yeah.
I got to do something. Maybe what's it known for? all right, I went to a tall building, and I kind of was proud of myself, kind of conquering my fear there. I mean, the elevator ride just goes like this, and you get to the top, your ears
Is it
pop.
one elevator or is it multiple?
I think there was like two or three. I don't
That
know,
makes sense. Yeah.
but they if they put a certain amount of people, and you can see how fast like it just moves. It goes. It would like say 54. The next thing you know, it's like 60, and
Hmm.
then 72. It's just going floor, but you don't feel it.
Hmm.
Your next thing you're at the top. We took some pics. It was raining, but we made the best of it. You get to see the whole city. And I will say, I don't know. Like after seeing, I'm like, this blows New York City out of the water.
Well,
In my opinion.
yeah. I just think it's. I think people need to put in perspective that the city you're in, Dubai, is like was built in the last like 20 years.
Yeah.
New York's been around since like the 1800s.
Right.
Right, so it's a much older city, much grittier, much like,
Yeah.
so their infrastructure is very old, like
Yeah.
dirty, and it's, this is all new. Like it's literally like took the best of New York City, took the best of France, took the best of all the biggest
You
cities
know,
around the world, and like made, a very new city. So
it's
that's why it's
funny
the way it is.
because I feel like I felt like I didn't even know what Dubai was until
Yeah,
like 2014 or something. Like
yeah.
I had no idea that there was this
Like
big
if you look
hub.
at pictures of it in like 2008,
Hmm.
to like there was like three buildings on like that road,
That's
like that
crazy.
main road. There was like maybe like on that main highway there was like maybe like like couple, just a couple of buildings,
Yeah.
and then you look 10 years later, it's like
How
like
did
out
they
of
do it so
nowhere.
fast? I don't know, but
Money, bro. Money.
mm,
Like that's
That
like
oil money.
it's exactly you can do anything if you have like a large
yep.
amounts of money. Like
Look at the
that's all
Burj.
it
I can't
Capital.
even
takes.
see the Burj
Capital
Al
makes
Arab.
things move.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can do whatever the hell you want with
That whole
millions
well,
and
the
millions of
resort you were
dollars.
at.
Yeah.
I watched a video and they said the rooms were made of like the rooms had gold in them, like in the walls, like on by the windows in the
Not the one I
bathroom.
was in, but okay.
No, like that whole like on the top
David had like the
where.
nicest room of the whole fucking
No,
hotel.
no, no. I'm talking about the Burj. No, no, no. The
Oh, Burj
hotel.
Khalifa.
No, no, no. Burj Al Arab.
Oh, Burj Al Arab. Okay,
I
that
didn't have
one's
gold in
different
my
then.
room.
Okay,
Jesus,
I was about to say, I was like, because you said
Jesus.
the resort you were in. I wasn't in
I meant to
Burj Al
say
Arab. That
Burj.
shit. No, it was like we had to drive like 5 minutes to get there from where I was.
Oh wait, you were not in the same hotel as everyone else.
I'm talking about when I was in my resort,
Okay,
because
okay.
you're talking about Burj Al Arab.
Yes, yes.
And okay, so the resort, it's owned by the same people, but it's
Hmm.
not the same resort. So like we had to drive there from our resort to get
Hmm.
there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But the hotel was great. You have the pool up top. The night we got to
Yeah.
hang out on top and just hang
Yeah,
out.
the
The
rooftop bar,
the
yeah.
the techno
Sky
music,
bar.
the
Yeah.
sky. This I think it was called Soul.
Yeah, whatever.
Um,
It's a
but
rooftop bar.
well, I just wanted to put it out there for people who want to think about traveling, visiting. I would recommend the Canopy by the Al Sif by the
Yeah.
creek. It was amazing.
Canopy by Hilton, Alsif.
Yeah.
Yes. And like, hey, like you said earlier, the complimentary breakfast, getting to eat, getting together, bonding.
Sorry, but so Nadia had that breakfast you guys had,
Mhm.
and then we had the breakfast at our resort. And my God, it blew it made that breakfast look like a half a star breakfast.
Ooh,
It was ridiculous,
They
bro.
had a lot of stuff there too. They even had
Son,
like
son, son, son.
maybe,
omelet bar too.
No, no,
I
one
was
yeah.
second, one second.
impressed. So now I'm like I want to see video of whatever you had.
Oh man,
Sorry,
he,
sorry,
he
sorry.
got the one. He's
Sorry, I
taking the
gotta take
one.
this over. I gotta take this over, bro.
Oh,
When I tell you, I don't eat breakfast, and I actually went to this breakfast. That's how good it was. They had like the omelet bar. They had scrambled eggs on deck. They had dumplings. They had the craziest thing though. They had baked goods being baked fresh on the spot. Like they had like croissants, rolls, donuts, like everything. Like you literally see it baking in the ovens behind the counter, and they were just like handing it out to you. It was so goddamn good. I can't even tell you. I will never have a hotel breakfast that will impress me again after having this one. It was ridiculous, bro.
Damn,
Just raise the bar
Ridiculous.
on them.
damn.
No, they raised the bar. Like it was wild.
Happy
But
would.
yeah.
birthday, Henry.
Oh,
Dennis,
Henry's in the chat. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up,
Oh,
Henry? Happy
sweet.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
someone's in the chat.
Yeah, it's his birthday. Say happy
All
birthday.
right, David, wrap
Happy,
up your
happy
experience.
birthday.
Yeah.
You got
Oh
two
man,
minutes.
2 minutes. All right, I'll try to go through everything else I can because it was a lot. But anyway, I did the desert safari, which was great. Only thing was that the bathroom I had wasn't that clean, which was kind
Okay.
of weird. But did rode a camel. Did
Mhm.
did the that's right. I rode a camel.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said it to my classmates too. I let them know. Hey, listen, that's what I did. None of you can say you did. I did. Um, went to Train Beach Club, the gym with the and got the
Oh
tan,
yeah, nice.
which was really cool. Had a drink, great service. Recommend for gym goers. And what was and Sunday, the
Mm.
one of the main things I wanted to do was the Miracle Garden.
Yeah.
I just thought the idea of like just kind of like a because I've been in wax museums, right, where you take a lot of pictures. This one to me felt different. It was like, okay, it's an outdoor nature thing. It's like plant exhibits, kind of.
Hmm.
I really enjoyed that. I thought it was unique, something you don't really see anywhere else. And then that's when Danny and we met up at JBR
Nice.
and I was just blown away by the beach. It was like it felt like Fort Lauderdale,
Hmm.
just bigger and maybe even better looking, you know. And the service was just great everywhere. I recommend to anybody who wants to go, you know, because I was skeptical, but it was
Yeah.
fantastic. So I don't know. Do I have any more time? Do I got 30 seconds? Am I done?
Now you're done. Disco,
Okay.
tell us
Okay.
how your experience went.
I I got a passport for this whole occasion, so thank you for that. So now I'm a
Yeah,
worldly
so
man.
so this is
I'm
your first
traveling.
time out of the country
Yeah,
and
and
you
so
go to
actually
Dubai.
because of that,
Yeah.
I was actually very worried because I like to carry knives and gadgets and all this crazy shit. So it's like I was reading online. It's like they have laws against all the shit that I love, slingshots and all this. So I'm just like, should I bring it? Should I not? Should I bring it? And I reading online, all that. I like messaged the airlines. I was like, can I do this? And I was like, so I was like kind of getting anxious about that. But after getting there and seeing how accommodating they are to the tourists, I kind of like eased all my worries because there's like PDA. You can't do PDA. They're saying you can't,
Yeah.
have
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
we all had
you can't
this like
show too much skin. So I
yeah,
was like,
we all
so,
had this
so
perception of Dubai, especially me,
Hmm.
because I'm a little racist against the Arabs, but when we went there, because I told people I was like, just it's fine, just not a lot of PDA, just try to
Yeah.
dress modestly,
I
because
remember you saying that to us even.
yeah, I just didn't want anybody like we're in a foreign country, we're in like a Muslim country, like I didn't want anything bad to happen where someone gets arrested or whatnot. My first day, I was just like I was hungry because I didn't get to eat. Um, and so I was like out at like 2 o'clock in the morning going to this place. And while I was walking, I just saw like people with like girls with like short shorts and like, but they were mostly foreigners, right? But they were working there. So they have like two sets of laws, I guess. Like one for like their working and foreigners,
Hmm.
and like one's for like Muslims, right? So they don't apply their like Islamic faith laws onto these non-Muslim workers and foreigners that come and visit, which makes a lot of sense because then you won't have any of that. Like if these people are being like, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that," and then it's like not worth it for them to be there, then they're not going to have this workforce and they're not going to have this tourism to make money off of. So, which made a lot of sense. So I saw that like, and then like things just like going to the malls, things just got more scandalous, and I was just like, this is like more than America. Like I was like, this is wild.
Well,
Uh,
it was, and even though it's not like crazy over here in America, like over there, I was seeing like midriffs, and I was like,
yeah.
oh, she's crazy, she's crazy, she's crazy. I seen
She
like short
wilding out here,
shorts,
like
short shorts, almost seeing like booty cheeks, and I'm just
yeah.
like, she going to hell. I was very judgmental, like I was making myself laugh, like. So
oh my
it
goodness.
was just I was like it was pretty good experience though once I got there. I was reading that they're like they don't like to have knives, so I like just tucked it in my pocket, made it
Yeah.
like inconspicuous, and just in case, I don't know, I'm paranoid. But they nothing, everything was smooth, and Um,
Let me
yeah,
ask you
so
guys a quick
it was
question.
actually pretty funny. When I got there, I had like made friends with these black chicks on the plane. We were just talking it up, and they've been to Dubai before, and so they were like helping me get to the baggage claim and all that stuff because you got to take a train and do all this
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to them, and I go through customs, and then I I got caught up in the conversation, and then my girl is thinking like, "Oh shit, he got arrested. They got arrested. He had a knife or some shit, or
Yeah.
he had some weed on him. He forgot about." So she was like starting to panic, and then I like hit her up, and she was like, "You asshole!" Like I was like, "My bad. I'm sorry. I made some friends."
Yeah,
Back to my
Yeah.
experience in Dubai. I just wanted to say that I loved how every one of my favorite parts of Dubai was being at the events, your events, and so I loved how every event, in my opinion, kind of just got like bigger and grander and just more like illustrious and like more details and stuff like flowers and lighting and just background, just everything just came together so great and
Yeah, shout
especially
out
when
to
you got
Rochelle, our wedding planner. She did great.
yeah. So you had that like old Dubai that first day, the henna day, that well,
Hmm.
the second day, I guess, and then that third day, um, uh, was the what the heck did we do over
So the first event was the Mindy, which was the henna night. Second event was the religious ceremony, which was at the Palm.
there? Yeah,
That's where she wore the red.
I like how the sky, it was like there's no ceiling and stuff, so you got
Yeah,
to
it was a
see like the
courtyard.
kind of this very outdoor, yeah, courtyard, very beautiful the
Hmm.
way everything looked. I was blown away. I was like, holy cow, I'm in Dubai. One of my best friends is getting married. This courtyard is so beautiful. You could see like all the chairs, and you had the ninja photography, Melrish, like kind of just like
Yeah,
stirring in the background with all their little gadgets and cameras, and just seeing everybody, all your family. I got to see your sister and all her kids and stuff, and I even last minute it's actually pretty funny I went to the gold souk and the souk stuff over there with Anna and stuff. I met them over there, and then while we were going through it, my girl found this like blue dress she wore to that event,
oh, nice.
and
Oh, your
so
your outfit was the best thing.
Mm.
yeah, so that's so because
I
she
wonder
got
if it's
that
in
blue
here.
dress.
Yeah.
I was like, I want something like something of my own too. So we were on the Al Seef kind of like boardwalk, and I went into one of the stores, and I forgot what it was called, but they were super helpful. The dude was there. Customer
Yeah.
service was amazing. They just put on a few for me, and they were like, "Oh, let's see what your size is." And one
So
of them, I felt like a
he was wearing
stuffed
something like
sausage.
this, like my dad.
Yeah, so he put one on me, and I felt like a sausage. Like my arms were stuck, like raised up, and I was like, I heard his seam almost snap, like it was like making noises. I was like, "Get this off me! Help! Help!" Eventually, we found the right one, and he showed me how to like tie the head part, and it was
Yeah.
a really cool experience. It was
Yeah,
very
so
comfortable, breezy in there, and me and your dad were matching. It was so funny.
yeah.
I had to grab a picture with him, so
I
it
did. I
was
saw that picture. It was
great time.
fantastic.
Yeah, such a great time. It was just good to catch up, and I think this is the event where we met Sasha, and she kind of like joined our little
Here?
wedding gang. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, she was sitting at our
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, yeah. We
Nice.
met her that night
So, yeah,
because
I didn't
I didn't
go
know who
ahead.
she was. No, I was gonna say we met her and then her sister Tammy
Yeah.
and then her mom, the doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, I was sitting next to the mom at first, and she started talking, and I was like, "Oh, they were very friendly." So,
Yeah.
and then that night,
She's great. They're the
that night,
best.
that night, Sasha joined us up when we were all hanging out, which was cool. So,
Yeah.
this is the
um,
Um,
most victorious pose I've ever seen.
dude, so I didn't even know I was getting a sword. They were like, "It's time to cut the cake," and they brought out the cake. I was like, "Where's the knife?" And then like Rochelle, our wedding planner, she's like, "Oh, 1 second, I'm gonna go get the sword." I was like, "Wait, what?"
Sorry, excuse me.
I'm like, and they just brought out this sword, and yeah, I got to cut. We got to cut the cake with it. I was like, "What is happening?" Um,
It looks so epic. I
Yeah.
told my girl I need a sword at my wedding too. I'm just like, I don't care.
It's like they knew me, and I was just like, I don't know. I didn't ask for this, but it,
You
it
look like you're
happened.
having
Oh
way
yeah.
too much fun with that sword.
Dude, I
I
was
just
like,
love
I
how
was
you were
swaying.
posing with it. You were like,
Yeah.
You know what I just realized? I missed that whole sword segment. That's
Oh
when I
yeah.
was. That's
wow.
when I was going
Oh
trying to find the
dang.
bathroom. I was
Oh.
gone for that long. I
Oh,
swear,
terrible.
because I came back and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he cut it with the sword." I'm like, I had no idea.
Oh,
I wanna get a Thundercat sword and just be like Thunder,
nice.
Thunder, Thundercat, ho, and
Yeah,
then
just fucking cut it in
cut my
half.
cake. That'd be insane. Um, no, but yeah, and then the last one, at the place next to
Yeah.
the Future Museum. What was that called
Yeah.
again? I don't.
The
Emirates Towers.
Jumeirah Emirates Towers.
Jameer. Yeah, that place was
Yeah.
probably the most fanciest, grandest place I've ever seen in my life. It was like even the lobby was just huge, and
Hmm.
the people looked sophisticated, drinking their fancy martinis and stuff, and the elevators were just going up for like it seemed like a couple stories, whatever. It's just so big. The ceiling was very high, and
Oh yeah. I wish I
that
had a
was just
couple of
like
those videos
that
of
was
me
just like
going
the
up the
entrance.
elevator. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like then you went down to like the ballroom area and it's just this another elegant stairwell down and into that Vogue lobby area where you could kind of lounge and they were handing out the drinks. That lemon drink, oh my God.
The lemon
Yes.
That
mint.
What
that
was that
lemon
lemon
mint was
drink?
the best. I could drink that all day every day and just pound it down. It was crazy good.
You don't
Oh,
need a.
so speaking of this picture, oh, I'm not even sharing. I'm looking at this shit and I thought I was sharing. Okay.
Yeah, you haven't been sharing for
So
like a little bit,
it's
so I don't
funny.
know how long you.
I was so I posted that, remember that wedding slash teleportation conversation we had a while
Yeah,
back?
yeah.
So I had clipped that out and I was like, all right, let me put this out before we do this episode. So go check out that clip. Um, and pretty much we were like, it was before the wedding and stuff. And and like we asked the question, it's like, would you give up your wedding? Like Disco was like, you got to pay 10K. You just walk through a door and your wedding's done. It's just over with. And I was like, nah, after I paid all this money or whatever. And then Dan chimes in. He's like, wait, but then you also get teleportation. And I was like, yes. So like I used this picture. I don't know if you guys seen the thumbnail, but I put an X on top of me and Nadia. And then I put over here, be like, yes, teleportation. And it got uploaded. I didn't even realize, but it uploaded on Valentine's Day.
Nice. Nice.
Very
And
nice,
so like
very nice.
Nadia sees it, she's like, really? On Valentine's
That's
Day?
amazing. Welcome to being a
That's
husband.
awesome. That
Yeah, no.
timing was perfect.
Yeah, no, it was hilarious. I didn't even plan it like that, but it
Oh
just
man.
happened. But
You're
yeah.
like, but for teleportation, babe, we gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Yeah, I was just like, it's teleportation.
No?
There's my
You're
man
like,
Disco.
I would understand if you had that situation.
Yeah. And Disco said a few words, said a few kind words
I heard.
at
I
Oh
the
heard. He was
yeah,
telling me
yeah.
about that on the last episode we did.
Yeah.
I got so nervous. I don't know why, but I guess all the people in the two different
Yeah.
families, and I didn't want to say the wrong thing. And it's not like a podcast where
No.
we're sitting behind a laptop and we're not really there's not people. But once you
Yeah.
get up there, there's a lot of people. It's like oh snap,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this is actually real. This is real
It's
life. This is
yeah.
RL. And that mic was like you had to be freakishly close to like almost in your mouth. I felt
It
like
was like
I'm not
it was
used to
like one of
that.
these mic stand where you gotta
Mhm.
speak
Yeah,
at the
You gotta
tip
speak it
of
to
it.
the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I was not used to that, so I had to like like get like whoa. I was like whoa. But I just wish you all the best, and I spoke from the heart, and I hope
Thank you.
everything was all good. And
So this was our entrance, and you see all these people in the back taking pictures.
Mhm.
These are just people from the lobby,
Nice.
because we entered from there
Nice.
with like these with the Zephyr people. That's what the entrance is called.
Mhm.
So I can't wait for that video to come out. That's gonna be
That
crazy.
that whole
oh
entrance,
yeah,
that whole staircase thing was insane.
Yeah,
Loved it.
this is the Egyptian style, like Zephyr.
yeah. I had a video of y'all both kind of like throwing not throwing, but like kind of hitting the sticks together and
Oh
dancing.
yeah,
Like
yeah. They
that
gave
it
us
was
sticks
pretty
and we
epic.
started
But
fighting. Dan.
Nice.
Yeah, like
As you should.
I thought it was gonna be a lightsaber battle or something.
Was that?
No, I thought it was gonna be
Yeah,
like a lightsaber battle or something. Like I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
light up, and that was
yeah.
pretty cool. Cool visuals.
Show her form too.
You know,
but
luckily no
yeah,
one.
that was the last day, and my God, was I freaking exhausted, man.
I was exhausted. At towards the end, I'm not gonna lie. I went to the bathroom and I was like, my feet are throbbing right now. I had leather bottoms and they like weren't fully broken in,
Yeah,
so my feet were throbbing. I went out and I just hung out with Yannis, Anna and Yannis' baby for a little
yeah.
bit. I was like, "What's up? What's up? I feel you. I'm tired too."
She was my favorite. She was my favorite part of that whole wedding.
Yeah.
The baby, because she was literally her face was the best thing because she was like unimpressed by everything.
Nice.
Like she was just like straight faced the whole time.
Nice.
And my other favorite part is like every time she saw my face, she started crying, and it was hilarious. Like literally every time she saw my face, like she'd be fine, and I'd come and say hi to Anna, and I'd be like hi, and she'd be like,
Yep. As
yeah,
she
You
should.
got that. You got that poisoner face. So it's like this guy's gonna
yeah,
poison me.
yeah.
Watch
Yeah, I
out.
guess
Well,
so.
I'm not gonna trust his dates.
Yeah, for
Not even
real.
the dates. He might just have that lemon juice in his hand.
Yeah.
Watch
Oh
out.
man. But no,
Yeah.
she was so funny.
Based off of
Yeah.
what you guys are telling me, I genuinely think that if I would have gone, I would have gone to the event every night, and you guys never would have seen me during anything else. Like I would legit would just because I know I'd be like tired. I'd be like, I do this, and it's like, let's go see the World's Tallest Building. Let's check out this mall. Like that all sounds fantastic. You tell me about that. I'm gonna stay in my hotel room, and I'm gonna be there for every event. Don't worry, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
be chilling in this room, enjoying it.
Hey,
I don't
listen.
blame you. It was exhausting, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, can you
Yeah.
guys tell me how the food was? Because I didn't even eat much of it.
That
Um,
chicken biryani was fantastic, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Last time at the engagement party was the paneer, but this time that biryani I was like, after
Yeah.
I gave that speech, because before that, I was getting real anxious. I couldn't even eat. But
you know,
Dude, I had like
after
I had half a quesadilla and a dumpling. Yeah. That's
yeah,
that's what I ate from all that food.
there was like a little cheesecake cup too that was delicious. Yeah,
Yeah.
tiramisu. They had a lot of you had a lot
No,
of
the food
good
was I
stuff over
heard the
there.
food
Yeah,
was like phenomenal
there
at the reception too,
yeah.
yeah.
there was like a mixed meat too that was like phenomenal. I was like, what is this? Like, I don't know what meat this is, but I just want to shove it all in my mouth.
Well, even at the welcome dinner, I liked how it was like those small portions,
Mhm.
and it had like different things and
Yeah.
you're trying different stuff. Um, and I can't. I remember at the reception, the final night,
Mhm.
I felt like that was the night I grabbed the most food because I felt like there was a lot of good options.
Yeah.
Like a lot of different things that I wanted, like the shawarma, all these other things. I mean, I could go into the food also, like at other place I had, which was interesting, but I thought the food over there was great.
Yeah.
Um,
We
I don't before you, oh, really quick, I went to a club and they had like it was a hookah lounge and they had these like spicy peanuts. I don't know what they're called, but they were really good. I don't know if that sounds familiar. See if you would know.
Oh,
I know
I
it's
have
kind of
I don't
okay.
Those drugs. You had drugs.
No, no, no. I am not going to prison for 4 years. I
Yeah.
don't do drugs. I
he's an
remember
LSD
I was
peanut.
it
That
was
building you
something.
went up, that wasn't a building.
He had some desert shrooms.
Oh my goodness. No, I was up there.
It,
Believe that.
it was funny. Me and my fiance, we going in. We thought, oh, one of our big expenses is definitely going to be food, so we're going to eat out, all this and stuff. But we ended up actually just gorging on the breakfast, and then we'll go out, do our traveling, and then maybe get a little snack or something. But then we would just then eat at the events, and that was like pretty good for us. We
Yeah.
weren't like uh, we didn't need anything else.
I think yeah, like the night I think it was the henna night
Mhm.
or the third night. Like I felt like I didn't eat too much because I had such a big lunch that I
Mhm.
just couldn't do it too much because I remember like at one day at the mall we had the shawarma. I like how they do it's like shawarma on a plate and then they give you pita bread. You can make it like a sandwich, which I thought was really good. And there's something else I had. Oh, and the place that we were at, Danny, the outdoor place. I had the lamb pizza, which was so
Sounds
good.
good.
Oh,
Sounds good.
I love lamb. And I think
Yeah.
he and my cousin had had like a seafood kind of pizza. It was like
Mm.
artichokes and so a lot of
Mm.
different unique things that you probably don't see,
Mhm.
So it's definitely it was nice to try some different stuff,
Awesome.
Oh, I saw some. I didn't get it. I wish I had, but we were kind of like rushing. I saw camel milk gelato. I was like,
Oh, nice.
what?
Wait,
That sounds
what?
very unique. I was just taken aback for a second. I had to stop. I was like, babe,
Yeah, I
that
saw like
sounds.
camel milk chocolate and stuff like that.
Mm.
Well, camel milk is way healthier than cow milk, for people. Um, but yeah, that's besides the point. But
That's interesting. I'd like, yeah.
yeah,
Tell me more later on,
yeah.
We'll
Well,
talk about it.
I don't think I've ever had camel milk, but
You sure?
uh,
Yeah,
I think you're
maybe
on
I don't.
camels
Maybe when I was like really
you're
younger,
on
but
you might
I
have been
just
on those
never.
shrooms out there,
No,
on
I'm
the
talking about
subject
like in
of
Egypt, but
camels.
yeah.
They're like the most uncomfortable ride I've ever experienced. That shit was so bumpy. I was like, damn.
I'm not gonna lie.
I feel
Yeah.
bad for all these people that like trekking across the desert on a camel. Like your butt must hurt,
I
man.
mean, I don't know if I was sitting wrong, but it was not comfortable for my privates. I will tell you
Mm.
that, and I felt like
uh,
it just was
I don't
like
know. I didn't have
awkward.
an issue with it, but
I
it
guess.
was
Ri-
also a very short ride, so I didn't really.
riding riding camels lowers your sperm count. Beware, guys.
Oof.
Yeah, so it's riding horses, I guess.
Tell me,
But
yeah, like, has anyone here ridden a horse?
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
mean,
I got thrown off of a horse once. It was in the Catskills Mountain, and this car like slammed its door, and
The
the
horse
alarm
freaked
system went
out.
off,
Yeah.
and the horse freaked out, and just like we were like trotting or like the slow one, and then we just started galloping real fast.
Yeah.
I was not ready. I was like a teenager. I was fat. I literally just flew off. I was like, "What's happening?" Flew into some rocks. Grantedly, like, luckily I didn't fall into shit because there was crap, giant poops everywhere, and I was like, "Oh my god, help me!"
I
It was
that's
intense.
crazy. I only asked because it's just I think most people would have ride a horse and then a camel. Here I am just riding a camel. Never rode a horse,
Yeah.
so it was pretty
Yeah.
interesting to get that feeling of you're just on this animal. Like,
Well, also the way the camel gets up is just so like
Mhm.
rough. Because
Mm.
you literally like it lifts up its back leg, so then you're just like leaning forward real bad, and then like
Yeah,
real hard, and then it lifts up its back legs, and you're just like, so you gotta have like core strength just to keep yourself like
yeah.
from
And
falling off, and
I thought I
then
was gonna fall off, but
yeah, yeah. Um,
When I was at the Sahara or the desert experience, the
mhm.
sundown, whatever it is, they had the camels and stuff and the horse, and there was a when we were getting on the camel, there was a dude on the horse, and he looked like just like Roman Reigns, and that horse was like going crazy. I don't know where the guide was, but the horse was just like running up, like not running, but like walking up this mountain, and the dude's trying to like get a control of it. And he's like, trying to like get it to like listen,
Just
and
shouting, "Acknowledge me" over and over again.
the horse was just not listening,
acknowledge.
just like doing circles up this mountain, like whatever, dude. It's like somebody feed this dang horse. What the hell is he doing? Like,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
it was a fun experience. It was all pretty good.
that's funny.
See, I'm
Really,
not trying to ride animals. Like I hate riding in a car. Last thing I want to do is get on an animal.
yeah. I rode a
The only
boat.
thing,
I rode a boat, a cruise boat, and also another boat actually in the Dubai Mall in the aquarium thing. They had like the
nice.
glass bottom boat. I recommend it if you like marine life stuff.
Yeah.
I also went to the Lost Chambers Aquarium as well. It's
Oh, I
kind of
saw
almost
some
the
of your
same,
photos. Yeah, look
almost the
cool.
same, but it's more of like Atlantis themed. You get to see like Atlantean like technology and stuff. So kind of had its own flavor. Uh, really very touristy thing too. They sold us like cool pictures too. They made us a plaque real quick and all that stuff. So I ended up getting it for her birthday, and it was an overall really fun experience. Dubai kind of opened my eyes. Uh,
I'm glad you
um,
see the light, my friend.
yeah. To wrap up my experience, I want to talk about how my trip home almost gave me athlete's foot. I so during the
Oh, that's
day
hilarious.
we did our like our traveling, our sightseeing and whatnot. We did our desert safari and we came back, and so we did a lot of walking, and I kind of just went straight into the room, got my bags, and then we went straight to the airport. um and and then from the airport I just went straight onto my flight, which is a 7-hour flight. And then I got to France, and I was chilling in France for a couple hours. But by the time I got home, another 11-hour flight, yo, my feet were hurting so bad when I got off that plane. Like it hurt to walk. I was walking on that custom line, like I don't know, like I have boulders on my feet or
Oh,
something. It was just so hard to walk. I had like blisters, not boulders. um, so when I finally got home, and on top of that hour custom wait, I had to do another hour and a half trip home from San Francisco to where I live.
Oh
So
wow,
it
yeah.
was just the hugest journey. By the time I got out like of my car and took my shoes off, my like bottom of my feet were just like sweaty, so sweaty and pruned out that like it just got so tight and it just hurt. So I had to like dry them out and like put some like talc algae powder and wash them and do all that stuff. So I definitely learned a lesson. I got before you get on those crazy long flights, definitely change your socks and don't go straight from sightseeing to onto the flight because man,
that's
you'll
crazy.
regret it later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
wild.
never even thought twice about like, oh, this was something I have to think about. So now I'm like, wow, I got some sensitive feet, yo. They were like pruned out.
We
Dude,
got
that's why I'm
sensitive
big on the
everything.
resting. Like,
It felt like they were cracking too. I was like, what is happening?
that's crazy.
But
That's why
they're
priority
back to
one is just
normal.
like just relax. Try not to do. I mean, ask Eslam when we went to Chicago. If it was up to
Yeah.
me, I would have stayed in that room. I would have just stayed in the hotel room, gone to the events like we had tickets for, like, and just go back to the hotel. I would have done anything else.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we
Oh
just
man,
left because I wanted to try these two food places, and
Yeah,
then we just came back. That's all
yeah,
we did. We just
yeah,
like we went out to eat, then we came back to the hotel room,
yeah,
chilled for the event, then came back. That's it.
yeah. Like literally,
yeah.
that's all.
I feel like that's just like how we were raised or some shit.
Yeah.
Cause I uh I got there and I was just happy to be in Dubai. I'm like, oh, I'm in another country. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm going with the flow. My girl, I guess, grew up differently, but she was just like, I want to
Oh
go
yeah,
on
same with me,
tours.
bro. Yeah.
I
No,
want to
that's
go on
my
tours, this
dad
and
does that.
that.
My
I want
dad
all
needs
the
to go to
tours, and
everything,
it's like I want to wake up at 7 a.m. I don't
No,
no
fuck
sleeping
that.
in. I want to get breakfast.
Dude,
I want to
nah,
do
before
all
Oh,
this
going,
like
before going, I told Nadia, I'm like, listen, that week we're staying, like, I want to relax. Like, we
need
can
it.
do one or two things, but like, I'm not doing this whole itinerary shit like every single day, like, you know. And
And also, it was like the rain kind of like messed up our first couple days too. So
yeah,
that kind of like
that
put a
rain.
little
Oh,
hinder in our plans and stuff. So we had to reschedule and like because we had this whole itinerary that she planned and she
hmm
like did this whole thing. We spent like a whole day on it, and it's funny. We got there, it rained, and that whole plan schedule was out the window. I was like, I don't know what to tell you, babe.
the the only thing that sucked for me on that trip was that I couldn't spend time with anybody else. Like,
mm,
I only saw you guys like at the event
yeah.
and said hi and just chilled with you guys for like a couple of minutes here and there. And then that one time at the Sky Bar. But other than that, like we just didn't have enough time to do anything else with anybody who was there. So like I didn't even get to hang out with like my mom or my sister, the kids, or like my dad, or like I only saw them for like an hour or so every here and there, and then that was it. Um, the but yeah, I would have loved to like go to the beach with you guys or like do the safari with you guys. It would have been phenomenal. But maybe later on we'll take another trip out there
There's
and
definitely
Oh yeah, we
I
definitely
think
need
a
a vacation
redo, a
together.
remake,
yeah, yeah,
a part two, I should say.
yeah.
And if I could
The
say,
I
return
don't
of Los Wise Guys to Dubai.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And if I can
I
say,
don't know
let's,
about Dubai though. I think we should go to Japan or something, somewhere.
Oh
I've been
well,
saying it. We go to Japan. I don't come back. I stay. I stay in
that's
Japan.
fine. The internet works. You know what I mean? I mean we're all in
let's
different
do
states, but
3 trips, and then that third trip will be Japan. So we
okay.
could just leave Dan there. So
I
Yeah.
guarantee
you
the
know,
second trip, like, all right, I'm in Tokyo, guys. Where are you? Like, you said Japan was the third trip.
he's
It's like,
like,
I ain't coming
I
back.
took a train.
I'm
I
not
took
coming
a
back.
train.
oh my God.
But
He's
yeah,
like, I was on the same continent, so I walked.
that would be awesome though. You know the six of us. We get Chris and
Dude,
Jonathan, and we do a boys trip
I
somewhere.
must say, um, I think it's kind of cool. I think as we've gotten older, like it's one of those things like how come we haven't done something like this before? You know,
Yeah,
like we could have.
life.
And
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, like I was scared to fly years ago. Now I've gotten a lot better,
yeah.
and I'm just now like I never had my passport until recently.
Hmm.
This was also my first international trip, so it was kind of like eye opening. Like sometimes you have to do something,
Hmm.
and then after you do it, you're like, why didn't I do this before? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Other
That's
than
so
that,
not me.
We'll have to go to Egypt one day too.
That's so
The
well,
not me.
I
I
was talking to
yeah,
your sister. She kept recommending Cairo,
yeah, yeah.
and honestly, I don't know much about. I just know the pyramids, and
It's the capital.
well, yeah,
yeah.
but like, I was like, I never thought to me like the thought never occurred like maybe to go to Egypt, but now I'm kind of curious.
Hmm.
You know, I'm
Yeah,
all,
we should definitely plan it one day.
yeah. Now I'm seeing
Now that I have my passport, I feel like
you feel liberated.
liberated. Yeah, like I can go anywhere I want now. Like, and that's
Yeah.
so empowering to just be like,
Yeah,
I'm going,
I
I'm going to
think.
Australia. Like,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's I would love to go to Australia too.
yeah,
I definitely want to do that.
definitely.
So like
Oof, yeah.
Australia. All right, so name the places, guys. Australia,
Japan.
Australia. I want to go to
Japan.
Italy. I want to see like the
Italy.
Renaissance stuff and all those like amazing churches and
Yeah.
artwork. I
I
want to
finished
go to
mine.
Ireland.
Well,
For the accents and the castles.
I want to go to like Thailand, Indonesia.
mm,
Yeah.
No, it's just
Yeah,
Japan.
you
definitely in
know,
Japan.
Yeah.
Thailand for sure. I want to see some of that Muay Thai stuff. Like maybe visit one of the gyms, just check them out, or
Hmm.
just you know, we could
I'm mostly just thinking about
we
the
could find
food, but yes.
a man girl or man woman,
A lady boy.
a lady boy.
Yeah.
is it a woman though?
If you
No,
want her to
David.
be.
I know I want a woman,
Okay.
and I will say actually I'm a step ahead of you on Italy since I
Oh, I thought you were gonna be a step ahead of you on the
No, no, I
lady
already
boy.
got one. I already got a
I've
lady
been
boy.
talking to someone online.
oh man, that did
Oh,
not go the way I wanted to.
that's hilarious. What's happening in Italy? When you going?
No, I'm saying if I can touch briefly because I did stop in Europe on the way back. So
Yeah, but for like a day or so. Or,
there's actually 2 days, two and a half.
so-
Well, let me tell you, the flight back back to Switzerland, that flight, the last two flights were terrible.
Mhm.
That one I didn't that so the flight back it was that we left right after the reception.
Oh yeah, you left right away. That was
Left
crazy.
right away. Yeah, got on the
Yeah.
plane, couldn't fall asleep, and the guy behind me, this old guy, was like, I don't know what he was doing, just constantly like knocking my chair. I was getting annoyed, and then at 4 a.m., I'm like kind of half asleep. This dude just randomly gets up to check his overhead luggage for something,
Mhm.
and it felt like you ever seen Along Came Polly, the movie, the Ben Stiller movie.
No, yeah, keep going.
So
With Jennifer Aniston,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
the
Never saw it.
scene, the scene when like they're playing basketball and like
Oh,
the guy's belly goes into his
yeah,
face. Okay,
yeah.
that's what happened to me on the plane.
You're
Like,
playing basketball on the plane.
no,
No,
he's like
I'm
he
kidding,
gets
dude.
up
Yeah.
and like at one point, like he doesn't even know. Like his stomach just went right into my face. So I got mad. I
I did
kind of
not
like
know that.
he just was like just doing his thing. Just I kind of like pushed him back a little bit, and I was about to say something, but I was about to yell, but then I knew everyone was sleeping.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me just Just
Yo, watch your
Funny,
midriff.
yeah, like,
yo, it'd be
yeah.
funny seeing a video of David getting dragged off an airplane.
I would
Yeah.
have
I was
poked his belly. I would have been like, "Skirt, bro!" Like,
Yeah, like I
oh.
don't understand. And then the flight
I,
attendant also yelled at him after because he just kept getting up and she's like, "Listen, when the plane lands, everyone that's in front of you goes first. You don't just get up and cut everyone off." Like,
Mm.
I hate when
and
people do that.
yeah, I don't
Fucking
understand.
hate
Just
that.
wait until
Dude,
like you're
yeah,
not gonna get off
when our
quicker.
plane landed, everybody just got up, and I'm like,
That's
and
the
then they stood
Ugh.
there for half an hour like
yeah.
idiots
They
until
just
we
stand there like all
got into the
uncomfortable, like
gate.
Yeah,
hunched
like
over,
I
like,
don't
hey,
understand.
idiot.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
you know what I saw a lot too is on I was on Air
Hmm.
France, where and a lot of people were would just back their chair up and like with no warning, not even like consulting the person behind you. And I saw a couple times where like people's drinks got like smacked off and like onto people and stuff because they're just like boom, person will just like rock their chair because it leans back a little.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that's so I don't know questionable because it's like it only makes sense if everybody leans back in my opinion, but like if one person's like trying to work or like working on a
Yeah.
laptop, next thing you know a person just like bam smacks their chair back. It's like
Mm.
I've
it,
never leaned
it
my seat back just because I feel like I'm just gonna be upsetting the person behind me. And I'm trying to be courteous.
exactly. I feel the same way unless there's like no one behind me. I
Yeah.
just leave it
Yeah, that's the
and
only. Yeah,
I'll suck it up. And that's what I did on my 11-hour flight back the second time. I literally just fell asleep. I was so just done with life. The travel was so insane.
Well,
I like had my neck pillow, my memory foam pillow. It's like the best memory foam pillow I've ever had, and I just knocked out and I probably drooling all over the place and forced myself to sleep that 11 hours. I just didn't want to be up. I had books ready and I had Xenoblade and Xenoverse on deck if I wanted to like entertain myself, but I was just so exhausted with life. I was just like, nope. Please.
yeah.
um.
Oh, and
Yeah. What's up?
oh no, oh no, I was gonna say when after that terrible flight experience, landed in Switzerland. We took the train, got to go to Italy, so I saw some churches, which was nice.
Nice.
Saw like a couple other stuff, but we kind of wasted time because it was like a 3 hour train ride, so much traveling. We were exhausted by that night, so
Yeah.
we didn't even we just went to dinner that night in a nice restaurant. That was it. Spent the next day in Zurich. Went to another church. Went some other stuff, but if you only have like 2 days, just stay in one country. That's the moral
Yeah.
of the lesson I can.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But it was my first time in Europe. I said, let me just say, hey, I was once in Italy. Like I made it to Italy, and but
Yeah.
definitely. And then the flight back from there. That was the longest one for me. It was 9 hours. That flight, I got stuck. I didn't have a window or aisle seat. I got stuck in the middle.
Nice.
So I was in between these two people. So I don't know how I did it, but from the moment I sat down, I didn't get up for 9 hours. Like I didn't have to pee, nothing. I just kind of tried to sleep. I
Yeah.
was exhausted. And but I think I thank God I almost hit the girl next to me by accident because like I was like falling asleep.
just
You're
throwing
just
punches.
trying to get
This
dragged
man's
out
just
of an
throwing
airplane.
punches
Yeah.
for no reason.
I was trying, like I was falling asleep, but sometimes you ever like jump and you wake yourself up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I
Oh man,
swear, I was going like this, and I think I was like, and I almost hit her, and I was like, oh, like
Dan,
you know,
remember when I hit that freshman in high school by accident
Oh yeah.
at the
Oh
lunchroom?
yeah. I remember
you
that.
hit someone by accident.
that
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a story for another day. But
that happened to me too on my flight back. I like woke up and like I don't know. I was just like scared for my life, and like I had like the most tensest wake up. I jumped, and luckily everybody was just sleeping, and the lights are off, and nobody saw me go crazy because I like jumped, and I was like, "This is it." I probably died in a plane crash and just got resurrected in that moment because I felt so like,
Yeah.
ah, what the hell?
You know what's
Like,
funny? Go on, sorry.
all right, we're an hour and a half in. We can definitely do uh, another episode and talk about this more once I get more videos and more photos.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, I have some of my photos too. I want to kind of upload them on my
yeah,
laptop though. Next
and then
time
we
I
can, David, you too, so we
Mhm.
can even talk about more about the experiences and things we
Mhm.
went to. I can upload some pictures from like my desert safari and like the resort and stuff, and we can talk more about that
Mhm.
wedding event part two. But whew, man, I just want to thank you guys for coming out. it was intense, and Dan, like I said, you were missed. Jonathan was missed. Chris was missed. It would have been fantastic, but shit happens, life happens, and it was what it was. But want to thank you guys very much for coming out. It's not a small ask, and so, but I think we had a great time. It was a great experience. My family and Nadia's family, everybody was like, this was a phenomenal experience. So, um,
it it
it was a
was
good
Yeah.
way that we spent our money, because I think if we'd done it here, it wouldn't. There was no way it would have been the same type of experience. So,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
I just really quick was gonna say, like, again, like, I didn't think we were gonna end up there, but
yeah.
it was the best wedding I've ever
Also,
seen.
I was against going to Dubai for my wedding, by the way, since the
Right.
beginning. I was
But
just like,
it's
I don't
just
want to do
because
this.
Not at all surprising.
you were because you didn't know much about it, and maybe you had some like assumptions
Like I
about.
said before, I'm a bit racist against the Arabs, so
Mm,
I'm just like, I don't want to support them because of all the other stuff they do.
mhm.
Um, but it was what it was. Dubai is like a tourist country, like a tourist city
Yeah.
in the UAE. So I was just like, whatever. I was convinced, and I'm glad I went. I'm glad I had this experience. It was phenomenal. So yeah,
Yeah.
shout out
Yeah.
to Nadia's brother, whose idea this was.
Oh, he
Yeah,
came up with it.
Like Nadia said in her speech, her brother came up with it, and it's
Yeah.
exactly like he said. Where like, at least from my experience, where like while I was there, like I wasn't thinking about work. Like I had the
No,
luxury
no,
of not
yeah.
having to think about work or like anything else on my mind,
Hmm.
school coming up or this or that. I was
Yep.
just like in another world, almost like just in a almost like a sim life where I'm just get
Hmm.
to enjoy myself and not have to have all the stresses and just only the stress that my girlfriend gives me. um, but it was just nice to kind of be away from everything and have like a nice secluded experience with everybody. And we had the wedding gang, and I genuinely loved all your friends, and it's a good choice on
Yes.
good
Yeah.
judge of
We should
character.
shout? Can we just shout them out really quick? Because I forgot to do
Yeah,
that.
so I just want to thank, well, you guys obviously came out. My friend Anna, her husband, and their not 1 year old baby came out. So
Mhm.
shout outs to them to make that trip with such a young baby, and having to deal with all that stress. So thank you so much to them for coming out.
Yeah.
Um, Also, my friend Layla and Jackie came out from college. So thanks to them as well for making the trek. And
Oh
then my
man,
boy Nate.
Jackie went skydiving. Oh, she's totally badass.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
I
I would
Yeah,
never do that.
I got to give her credit on that.
yeah. And then my friend Nate from security came out as well with his family, his wife
Oh,
and his
yes, the
son.
older guy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We work security together, so he was the one that was able to make it from that crew. Am I
Oh,
forgetting
and
anybody?
well, my cousin Joe is part of
David
that
and
crew,
Joe.
Well, yeah,
and
I
also,
shouted you guys already.
Yeah.
oh well, okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay, so
Anthony.
then
I
you did.
really enjoyed talking to Anthony too. He was cool.
Oh yeah,
Anthony
yeah.
was fantastic. Loved Anthony.
He's in healthcare. We just hit it
Yep.
up. Like, I like hearing what he had to say. He was funny.
Yeah, no, he's one of the best. And then obviously Nadia, he's part of Nadia's friends crew, and now
Right.
one of my friends. Got to know him more.
Right.
This was like the second or third time I had hung out with him. So
Okay.
There's one dude. I think his name was Berto. There was one day. I think it was
yes, that
the
he's Reem's friend,
the
Nadia's
the
cousin.
courtroom. There was the one with the courtyard. I forgot
Yeah,
what you call that, but he wore this like amazing purple outfit. I was just like, that dude is the
yeah.
most rizzed out person I've ever seen. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he's actually a food
That
blogger and like traveler, so go check him out on Instagram.
uh,
I think it's Free Birdo or something like that.
yeah, it's free Berto. Actually, I
Yeah,
already did that. So yeah, awesome.
yeah, yeah. He's a cool guy.
Was it free
Everybody,
Birdo?
everybody looks so great though. I'm glad that
Yeah,
everybody kind of had fun with there and dressed really nice and looked good, and we showed out, and it was just an amazing experience all around.
it really was. Um, so with that said, I hope you guys listening enjoyed our conversation about the my wedding. If you guys want to see a little bit more, go check out the YouTube channel, watch the video I played, and see some of the photos that we put up. It was a great experience, and then these photos and videos were just preliminary stuff that Melrish Studios sent us, so we can kind of just look at, because they did 4 days worth of photo shoots and video shoots that they're still working on editing. So we're definitely going to get a lot more videos. We're going to get a lot more photos, and we'll be able to do another one of these, and then we can share our own personal photos and like our own adventures, get into a little bit more detail. But thank you again for listening. Um, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment below. Let us know what you think um, about this. Would you guys go have a wedding in Dubai? Um, if you're iffy about it, if you're thinking of having a destination wedding, highly recommend it. You'll be paying the same amount of money you are in America. But you'll be getting better service, better food, better everything, better venues. Like everything there just looks great with very little decorations added on. Go check us out on our social medias. And then also don't forget to check out the Los Wise Guys website, loswiseguys.com. Again, thank you for listening. Have a great week.